Hello and welcome to the long-awaited return of the No Format podcast, where our conversations are as unstructured as your Netflix queue. Sorry about we just spent a bit of time trying to say that word.
Sorry, this was what? Charlie's 8th attempt at this introduction.
I'm not doing it again, so this is what you're going to get. Yeah. With me, Charlie, and I can't even get my words out. Anyway, Mike's with me.
It's going to be a long record, guys.
It is going to be a long record. I'm trying to read things off I just can't do it. Basically.
Charlie can't also cue.
No, I can't. I've just said to Mike, like I say, this is probably the 8th time that I've tried to record like a little intro, and I'm just not good. I just can't read. Like when it comes, like reading's fine, but when I'm trying to read to record something, like I don't think I'd make a good actor because I'd probably have about 100 takes for something so small.
Well, do you remember during lockdown I did that series of short movies? Basically, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned them on the podcast before. I'll go back to the quiz episode. I'm sure that's where I would have mentioned them. But during lockdown, me and Charlie and a group of friends all did, as everyone did, a bunch of Zoom things.
Quiz, yeah.
And my one for mine, I recorded myself dressed up or acting famous film roles, and everyone had to guess what the films were. And the scene from Home Alone, I couldn't tell you what was said now, but it's where Macaulay Culkin's like talking about what he's going to get up for today, and he's like talking in the mirror while he's sort of like getting dressed, and he puts the aftershave on his face and screams. That classic scene. I'm pretty sure that took me about 15 attempts with Lauren feeding me lines through whisper.
Oh really?
Yeah. And it's like Macaulay Culkin, it was what, 8 at the time?
Yeah.
Nailed it. There's me, no, not getting it next line.
See how I watch things and you think like, oh, acting's dead easy. Like I always think the most thing I'd find difficult would be remembering the lines. Yeah. But then actually doing the takes and stuff like that, like it's like, well, as I've just had a very small glimpse of here. And
just one little thing, if you get in your head, you can't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure you've seen outtakes in the past.
Well, I've watched, so Phoenix Nights, there's a scene in that where Max and Paddy are on the doors.
Outside.
Have you seen it?
Yeah,
and he's talking about
them the other day.
Yeah, and he talks about, there's this clip in that where he talks about Tommy Dick Fingers.
That's it.
But then like there's the outtakes of that. Oh god, he just goes
on for about 10 minutes. Yeah, it's just literally Tommy Dick Fingers.
Yeah. He's like, no, you're putting too much emphasis on the Dick Fingers, and it's just, oh god, like they're both, and then they get to the point where they're both laughing. And
Peter Kay on his YouTube channel, he's got a load of outtakes from various TV shows. Like there's one where I can't remember his name because I didn't really watch that much of it, but was he what are the, I was about to say professions, technically it is a job, during the olden times where the dicks were cut off.
Where the dicks were cut off?
Yeah, so it's Game of Thrones I'm referring to.
Yeah.
Isn't there, is it the Unsullied? No, I don't think he's Unsullied.
The eunuchs.
Yeah, but he's a bald guy. I think he's friends with Tyrion Lannister.
Oh, yeah, he's like, he's, what's his name? That's weird, I was watching something the other day about him. Yeah, I know who you mean though.
But he plays...
he
plays, it is what you're thinking, eunuch. He plays a Smurf, well, a cat, a person dressed up as a Smurf.
Yeah, it's in a car share.
Yeah, in car share, and the outtakes for that again takes so long. And another one with Reece Smearshift from The League of Gentlemen.
Okay.
He's in the back singing I can't even think what the song, but some reggae song.
Yeah.
And just Peter Kay cannot hold it together the whole way through. He's just got a massive try not to laugh, and it again takes so many takes.
See, I like them. So when you watch things and you can tell that the person's actually, like Lauren's been rewatching Friends.
Yeah.
And there's a few episodes in that where you can see like some of the characters, like you can see them like about to laugh, and it cuts to something else, and you obviously the way that they are, that you can sort of see like they're actually laughing, kind of.
There's quite a few sitcoms where they're blatantly corpsing's the term for it.
Yeah.
And it's I love seeing it, seeing when you're actually they're corpse in there, they're not, and sometimes I've seen it where like actors turn away to get away with it and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it is good.
I do enjoy that sort of stuff.
But
sometimes I enjoy an outtake more than the actual thing.
Yeah. Well, the thing is though, now that Phoenix Nights outtake that I've seen, every time I watch the actual scene, I just automatically go back and think of the outtake and like how long it took them. And like the scene like lasts for like maybe 30 seconds or something like that. But the outtakes, it must have took them. I mean, they could have been doing it up for an hour. I
swear, like if that was me, I wouldn't be able to get over the giggles.
No,
I'd have to refilm or come back another day because I wouldn't be able to get over it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
As you've seen, getting in your own head about just saying one line.
Like I
and no disrespect, it wasn't funny.
No,
it got to the point of like a bit upsetting for you, Charlie.
Yeah,
it.
Well, I changed the line, so I was going to say something else, and then I was like, no, that's too complicated, and then said the line that I did.
And, yeah, we realised. So
which actually was more complicated.
I'm pretty sure. I can't remember what you said. Well, I do know what you said, but I can't remember how you messed it up slightly. It was only ever so slightly.
Yeah.
But the word unstructured is actually surprisingly difficult to say.
Oh, yeah. Well, did I initially say
unconstructed or something like that?
Yeah.
And he acted as though he'd got it and nailed it. Moving on, and then I was like, Charlie,
yeah, I've said it wrong.
You completely got that, I'm afraid.
Well, Mike's made me keep the first outtake, so you probably will hear that at some point.
Yeah, I'm pretty. I don't know. Maybe we'll put it at the end of the episode.
Yeah. We'll put it on. But yeah, so it's our long-awaited return. I can't remember the last time we did an episode.
A very long time.
Like 2 months.
We've done some solo ones in between.
Yeah.
Well, one solo one.
One solo one. Have we just done 2? Is it over 2 months?
Yeah. Because I had exams and then we had a few issues trying to get together to record.
We did.
But we're finally here. We're going to be attempting a few today because we've got nothing going on tomorrow.
8.
Yeah. By the 8th one, you'll be able to see how many rums we've got through. Yeah,
we're just repeating stories that we've told. You'll hear the same story for about 2 months because we'll just keep repeating it.
The final episode will just be, that bit.
Well, we're down in the pub shed. I bought a couple of rums down. I'm 4 pints ahead of Mike because I've been to the pub with my dad this afternoon.
So I've got to catch up.
So
I'm not going to catch up.
Yeah, either I need to slow down or you need to catch up. Probably a bit of both, really. So this is our long-awaited return. Might put a little trailer of things to come. So we've got the Taskmaster episode, which I think is the main thing, isn't it, really?
That's there's 2 big things that we want to do this season. The Taskmaster, which is the usual, like whenever we seem to go away for a bit, we'll always come back and there'll always be a new season of Taskmaster. That'll probably come out in the next few weeks, I imagine. I'm going to say a tentative 8 weeks from now.
Okay. It will be released 8 weeks
It'll be released 8 weeks from now. So you've got 7 episodes plus this one to get through before it gets released. And then the live 24-hour episode.
Yeah. But that's going to be we're going to try and live stream that because otherwise nobody's going to sit back and listen to 24 hours of us just rapping.
I've already got in touch with a charity that are happy for me to raise money for them. We'll release details about that sort of thing later on. Yeah. But I feel me and Charlie both should pick a charity each. Yeah. And then everything. But yeah, I've reached out to mine. They've offered me a t-shirt to wear. Okay. During the stream.
Very good.
That's if I decide to go with them. I'm pretty sure I'm going to.
And can I not, for the charity of my pub shed, raising funds for that?
Raising funds for
just decoration and things, and alcohol to stop the shrieks. No, I'll pick an actual real charity.
But then that one probably will be after Christmas, I think.
Yeah.
Just because otherwise it's going to be too busy to try and fit in a whole day's record because it's going to take us out for like 2 days effectively.
Yeah. Yeah, with trying to sleep.
And then for me, it'll obviously affect childcare and stuff like that. So
yeah.
But I know Charlie's wife's going to be going over mine to look after my child.
Yeah.
Then I said my child. I'm pretty sure I've revealed his name now, George.
Yeah, I'm sure that'd be no issue. But he could always come over.
He could come over, but
for a little bit.
I think it'd be easier. Into the pub shed.
Yeah.
I was thinking of inviting him at one point.
Yeah. Bring him along.
He could do an episode.
He could. Well, he could do at least 2 hours of the 24-hour one.
It just depends on the live stream. Actually, I don't think I'd be happy with him being on the live stream.
Okay. Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was going to say about the hot tub episode, but I've actually drained my hot tub today.
Oh, have you?
Well, it's just for when I go away in a month or so's time, so we might potentially, because we needed to change the water anyway, because we've had the water in for a couple of months, even though we've been treating it. It was about time to change, so I ended up draining it, and then I was like, well, we're going away sort of next month for a few weeks, so I was like, we can always refill it, but I'm storing it outside this time instead of folding it up, so
even more on display.
Well, yeah, but I mean it's been there the whole time.
Yeah, I suppose, actually.
The pump was I've moved the pump inside, which is the most expensive part of it.
Yeah.
But from reading a lot of reviews and stuff, it's actually better to store it inflated if you can keep it out, because it said as soon as you start folding it up, you can
disrupt the integrity and stuff.
So I'm just trying to get a large cover for it, because it's the cover you can get basically get a thermal cover for it. But at the minute they're sold out everywhere. So because it's the Lazy Spa proper one's that's got all the best reviews.
See, I think when I eventually get one, I want to build like a wooden bit around it.
Well, I've seen a few where they're like raised, where it's sort of raised off the some that have like raised off the floor with a wooden decking, and then other ones where they have like a wooden sort of thing around it, so you actually sort of step into it kind of thing off the wooden decking. I mean, you can buy these sort of things these plastic mould things that go around it, but they're only a little bit, and I mean, for the cost of it, it's just ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, I might get it out, like we said, maybe for Christmas, but it's just now the night's getting colder. Like it's all well and good when you're in it. Plus, it takes longer to warm up because.
Well, I've only ever been in it when it's probably about September last year was the only other time I've been in it.
Yeah.
And it was freezing cold. So
yeah.
I'd like to go in when it's a bit warmer.
Yeah. I mean, I know they say that like hot tubs are good for the winter, but that's when you've got an actual proper, like an actual proper hot tub, not a sort of inflatable one. Because I mean, they heat it up to 40, and I mean, in this weather, you're probably looking. I mean, what we're in September now, into September. I'd probably say an hour you're probably losing about 3 or 4 degrees with the lid off, which I suppose when you've got 40 it's not too bad, but but yeah, so I don't know, we'll see, and it's all the maintenance of it, like every day putting your chemicals in. I mean, not that it's that difficult, but yeah. Are you still in two minds about getting one?
Yeah, very much so.
I'd wait till summer now, or
unless
April, May time.
Good Black Friday deals don't come out.
Well, actually, I say to buy it now, but then to put it up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In that time.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anything new to report, Mike?
Well, I've had loads of things that I've written down as like, I must talk to Charlie about that. Mm-hmm. But we haven't recorded. I've seen you plenty, but we just haven't recorded. There's been some things that I've just like. This is something that I wanted to text you ages ago.
Oh, okay.
So this I saw at 11 o'clock at night on the 28th of August.
Yeah.
So yeah, literally a month ago today from today's record.
Yeah.
Felt a lot longer than that. I was doing the washing up, and we got our Alexa show, the one which shows images behind where washing up.
Yeah.
I say washing up. I don't wash up. We use the dishwasher, but I was doing something by the same. And this news story flashed up, and it's literally the biggest not a news story in the world.
Oh, okay.
The headline from Amazon Alexa: friendly greeting to the bus driver has positive impact on that. God, I'm turning into you. I can't read now. Friendly greeting from the bus driver has positive impact on their happiness, survey shows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, really? You're telling me that if I walked onto a bus and said, "You're right, pisseroo, fuck off, you cunt," he's going to be in a good mood? No, of course saying hello is like, it's literally not a news story at all.
See, my Alexa's always like randomly. I mean, it always spoils a Formula One for me every time. Like I've never asked it anything about Formula One. Yet it will come up and tells me who's won it. When like sometimes when I'm at work and I don't get to see the results.
Obviously, hears the sounds coming down. It's listening.
You
just running past, going vroom.
Yeah.
That's all Charlie does. He doesn't actually watch F1.
I don't.
He just walks past his Alexa going vroom.
I just pretend to be the cars. Not even the drivers, just the cars.
My friend was at sorry, this is just related to the vrooms. In Bristol in a golf club, he had a speed awareness course. Naughty boy, but still happened. Speed awareness course, and he went into it. He's like, I spared like this is what I've got to do.
Yeah.
A lot of people were sort of like annoyed that they were there. Of course, they were the usual, trying to make excuses. About
Did you have to actually go somewhere, or was it online?
Yeah, you had to go somewhere. This was some time ago now.
Okay.
At that time, I'd been even living in Bristol.
At this point.
So we're talking like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when he came out, like he was like, "Yep, that's all done now." And there was it like goes into the bar area of the golf club.
Yeah.
And he was literally walking past people. Well, not walking past people. Everyone was walking past one person who every time someone walked past him, he'd literally go vroom. And apparently some of the people on the course were getting really, really angry about it. My friend said he just walked past and laughed. He thought it was quite funny. But yeah.
See, my mum, she did a speed awareness course, and hers was a genuine mistake. Like it worked out that she generally thought it was a 40-mile-an-hour zone and it was a 30 kind of thing, and I think she was taking...
There's a lot around here at the moment.
Yeah.
In terms of suddenly changing things.
But she said, like, she went on it, she said, I think everyone should do it because she said it does really make you think.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, she said it was genuinely interesting, and it does sort of make you think about your speed and things like that. Okay. I mean, for her it did. I mean, I suppose the boy racer or girl racer...
They're not going to give a shit.
Yeah. But she said it was, like, yeah, you do sort of really think of the consequences and things like that, but... touch wood at the minute, I've never been done speeding. Not that I've never sped in my life ever, so I should be alright. I've been a few times gone through a bus lane camera.
Oh yeah, one of the first things in fact during lockdown I got caught. Yeah. And considering I passed during lockdown, I got caught in Nottingham City Centre for going down a bus route. And then,
that's strange because we live in Milton Keynes, so I don't want to do it there.
That made me smile for some reason. But yeah, I got caught, and then I found out like I had to pay the fine. Lauren literally kept hold of the photo for ages.
Oh, really?
To mock me.
How much was the fine?
I can't remember now, like 70 quid maybe. But it went to the council. It was one of those ones.
Okay.
And then I know for my birthday. No, not for my birthday. Yeah, it was for my birthday. Someone else, that was before that incident, but I found out afterwards. They got caught as well, going down that road, and they weren't aware. And then we read online that literally thousands of people have been caught going down that line, and they realised maybe it's not very well signposted, but they didn't refund anyone.
Bet they're not. But
they literally made thousands upon thousands of pounds, and didn't give a shit.
You're probably paying for that bit of work to be done down there, really. Like that's what it is, isn't it? But yeah, I don't know. But
what else have I got on my list of things? There's been a lot. Oh yeah.
Did you just hear a firework?
No, it sounded like a lorry going over a bump.
No, last night we heard fireworks, which was really random.
I was out to the world last night.
Oh, was you?
Literally, I've never slept so well in my life. Good 11 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was nice.
Did you come off a night shift?
Yeah, I told you earlier, didn't I?
Did you?
Yeah. I told a story for the listener as well. Came off night shifts and then I went to Birmingham for the whole day.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So I was awake for well over 24 hours.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. See, so sometimes, like when I've been on holiday and I've got jet lag, and so I can't sleep on planes, and I come back and like sometimes you kind of get overtired, where it's like I just can't sleep whatsoever.
I think that's because I'm surprised I didn't sleep on the train home.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think you wouldn't want to have missed your stop, would you?
Well, I set alarms.
Oh, did you? Had your headphones in.
But I didn't sleep. Yeah, but yeah, so one of the other things I wrote down is because I wrote this down and then Lauren had a different response to it. I said I heard my first Christmas song the other day.
Okay.
On the 24th of August.
Okay.
I actually did officially hear my first Christmas song like 3 days ago because it turns out Heart's Christmas is now up and running.
Oh, really?
So yeah, you can listen to Christmas song. But so I told her the Christmas song. This is before we move on. I just want to try and get your opinions on this.
Yeah.
I always consider it a Christmas song, but also every year I'm like, it's not a Christmas song. Stay Another Day by East 17.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
So it was played on the 24th of August. I was like, oh my god, a Christmas song, and I was like, but it's just because it came out of Christmas and people associate it with a Christmas song. It's not a Christmas song, really.
Did they all was it in the music video to it? Was it like...
Yeah, they're all like wearing parkas and it's snowing down and then while the camera's going around their faces, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to think of... There's one I always associate with Christmas, which was very similar.
Mr. Blobby?
That's the one I was thinking of.
That was my first ever, genuinely true story, my first ever single that I brought.
Mr. Blobby?
The Mr. Blobby album when it came... Not the album, but the single when it came out for Christmas.
Mine was Shaggy Greatest Hits.
Oh, nice.
And some right classics on there. Wasn't Me and... What was it called? Wasn't Me? It might not be.
Yeah. Would that be like a single or a CD?
No, it was a Greatest Hits. That was one of the ones on there. It was CD. It was a CD of like Shaggy's...
tape.
Ah, okay. Oh, well, I'm not as old as you though, Mike.
My first CD was the cartoons.
Really?
Yeah. I did also. Well, I think the Cartoons was my first album, and my first single was. Oh no, it wasn't. Was it?
So the Cartoons, the ones that is like ooh, ee, ooh, yeah.
And then my first single that I brought was an album, 2001. Not an album, single. Sorry, I'm getting really confused with my words there. Confusing you guys listening to this. Yeah, my first ever CD single that I brought was "Me Julie" by Shaggy.
Me Julie, yeah. Because we had Shaggy and Jean Paul, which I always thought they were very similar.
Sean Paul.
Jean Paul.
Isn't Jean Paul like an artist or something?
It was spelled. I'm sure it was S-E-A. Sean Paul.
I don't know.
How are you saying?
I'm saying it's Sean Paul. I swear you're saying Jean. As in like French.
No, well,
Jean-Paul Gaultier.
I'm thinking of the way I'm spelling it is S-E-A-N, but I'm saying it. Yeah, maybe you're probably right, but yeah, they were quite similar. Some of the music. I never understood what they were saying. The majority of it. Actually, I say that I probably understood more what Shaggy was saying.
With his deep Rastafarian voice.
Yeah, but yeah, CDs. That takes you back, doesn't it? I remember getting my dad worked for like a microelectronics company, and he used to go to shows, and he come back with it was like a really early MP3 player. So it basically had a sort of a port, like a memory stick that you sort of plugged into your computer, copied your songs over, and then you plugged it into this little, I suppose, device, and that's what made it you put it on that, and then it had like a little pause, fast forward and thingy on that, and a headphone jack. And I mean, at the time I was amazed. I think it held maybe 20 songs or something if that, but I was just amazed that I didn't have to have my CD player with me, and I could put any 20 songs on that I wanted.
I still remember
showing her age there.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I still remember like school trips listening to you. I remember the one that would always be on my the no skip CD players, because some of them, I forgot what the official term is from, but like where if you shake them, then they skip to the next song, didn't they?
Oh, okay.
I remember used to listening to Big Brothers.
Big Bro. This is Big Bro taking over the show. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh dear. We're old, Charlie, now.
We are getting on a bit.
I listened to the radio the other day. In fact, no, it wasn't the radio the other day. I was on the phone to Sky, and on their services, which I really liked, said there may be a half an hour wait, so we're going to give you your choice of songs to listen to.
Yeah, okay.
And it was pop classics, rock music, R&B.
That's pretty. I've never heard that before on a whistle.
Easy listening and one other thing. Yeah. I was like, that's really cool. And I chose pop because I had it on speaker and George was with me, and I thought that felt like the safest option. And I didn't. Not a single song you recognise. When I picked pop, I was picturing like S Club 7 and Steps and that sort of stuff. But obviously, it was modern day pop. Yeah. And I was like, nope, clueless. No idea who any of this is.
So I was feeling old at work the other day. We was talking about we were talking about September the 11th, and anyway, there's people that I work with that weren't even born.
Oh yeah, it's crazy
when that happened. And because we're sort of saying like it's one of the things like, oh, can you remember where you were when it happened? And obviously it was awful. But then sort of talking to people at work about it who their own knowledge of it is from obviously watching documentaries and things about it. They have no like say some of them were maybe they weren't even born when it happened. Kind of
my
thing.
sister was a year old when it happened.
Really?
So
yeah, it does make you feel old, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. But yeah, so
the other thing that I was going to be asking was the discussion of Trevelyan. I wrote that down here, but then we had already decided that you was wrong.
What do you mean?
Because you text us saying Trevelyan was going to be all one word.
Oh yeah, I think
it was no.
It was Lauren that I think messaged me asking what it was called.
I messaged you.
Oh, was it you? What, with the two separate words? Yeah. Oh.
And you said no, it's going to be Trevelyan.
That was it. So that, and then me and my dad were actually sat in here, and my dad was like, "Oh, to get a sign." And we were looking at signs, and we'd found this one on Amazon where you could put the sign, you could write it, and you could actually see what it looked like. So we sort of did. My dad sort of made a couple of combinations of what it was going to be. So we did like Trevelyan, just one word, separate, spelt slightly different, and then we sort of think, actually no, it looks a lot better with it separate. Which I've got a sign for it now. It's like a street sign, isn't it?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and my dad's put lights. Kind of, there's a little lip that comes over the front, and then the signs underneath, and then it looks pretty good at
the lights. It's a while to wait, but for the 24-hour podcast-a-thon, Charlie will do an MTV Styles Cribs.
Could be the thing where, like, when I'm stood at the door and the camera comes in, then back out again, then in and back out again.
And then you point to the bed and be like, "This is where the magic happens." And I'm like, "No, Charlie. No, that's if we want to get some shot eye and one of us goes solo for 10 minutes."
Well, actually, I took loads of pictures last week of it because my plan was there's a Pub Shed of the Year, which is a website, and it's twinned with. So you basically got to take, I think it's 8 pictures of your pub shed, but one of them's got to be outside, or 6 pictures, I can't remember. One of them's got to be outside, and then you put sort of, and then there's. I think it's all you do, and the name of your pub shed, and then you pick. They've got a link with a pub shed radio, and then a link with a company that make basically pub shed signs. So you pick what sign you'd want, and then take a picture and put it in. So I did all that, and it was like, oh, you've got to be available at this date in November. And then if you win, they basically the pub shed radio will do a live broadcast from your pub shed.
That's cool.
And a bit of a party.
Remember to put no format required.
Yeah, on there as well, yeah. Second would be, I think they call you at your pub shed, and I can't remember what the third was, and you win like vouchers towards this thing. Anyway, the date that the thing, I was away on holiday.
I could have pretended to be you.
Pardon?
I could have pretended to be you.
I could have. That actually was my thought. I thought, do you reckon Mike would...
I 100% would have
come and do it. Well, I don't know when the closing date is. The 30th. But the thing is, though, I look on the website of people who won last year. I mean, this is a 3x4 metre wooden shed, which I think's like the things my dad's done is brilliant in it. But on the website, there's stuff like brick-built ones with pool tables and double-glazed windows, and it's like, okay, that is a pub. It's not really a pub shed.
No, at this point, you're just building a pub in your garden.
Exactly,
a pub shed is meant to be a cosy little place that looks like a shed still.
And I think like there should be different categories in it. So I might not have won it. So I didn't
enter next year.
Yeah, well, that's my plan was, and I think obviously next year I'd like to think at the minute I'm still sort of putting signs and stuff up, and hopefully I'll have all my beer mats all on there.
Oh yeah.
I know Mum and Dad had been away to Spain. They said they got one beer mat, and they'd been to quite a few. They said there was no, they didn't have beer mats anywhere. They've got one beer mat, which I think I might, which is a Heineken one, which I think I might already have. Or Dad said Spanish Heineken.
Spanish Heineken,
which I think is just Heineken.
Yeah,
it's Heineken and it's written in Spanish, but I mean, I've never been anywhere where it would be different, but I don't know. So we'll see. I went to my local again today, and I keep going in and checking their beer mats, but maybe it's just because I go quite a lot, but they're just the same. They've had the same beer mats for the past 2-3 months. Like, they've just not changed them.
Why would you?
No.
I genuinely bet they get thousands delivered.
Well, I think it's just when they get a new beer. So like I say recently, probably in the past year, they've had Madry on, which they've not had before. So there's a couple of Madry beer mats. So I think when you get a new beer, they probably just get as part of the deal. And why get new? I mean, and then they've got a lot of ones where they're just advertising local businesses and stuff like that, which I don't really. Yeah. I'm not that bothered about it, but yeah. So.
Fair.
Yeah. So that's our return episode of Chat the Shit. I don't think I said Chat the Shit at the beginning, did I?
No.
So, well, yeah. I assume you can, if you've been listening this far, you obviously know that we're just chatting shit anyway. Yeah.
It tends to be a majority of our episodes, really.
Yeah. I'll chat shit. There's no format required.
I literally didn't know what I was going to be talking about.
No. I know I had a few things that I was going to say, and then I forgot what they were. And then, so thank you very much for listening. And... just because we don't ever do this, remember to rate and subscribe. Yes. Because if we want to get anywhere, we never beg for you guys to rate and subscribe or leave a comment or a review. But a lot of them do it, like on Spotify. We've actually got a few ratings on Spotify, which is very nice, but not loads. But yeah, if anyone's listening to this and they genuinely have enjoyed it, please leave us a subscribe and a review. Be really grateful. I know I'm heavily depending on this as a full-time career as well. So genuinely, my wife is hoping to retire from this. I think though, if we did very undoubtful, but say we did make it big and this was become huge and listened around the world and we had millions of listeners. Lauren has never listened to an episode. I know. I would be a bit. I mean, neither of our. Well, as your. Yeah, she has listened. I mean, not for a while. Then again, we've not done one for a while. But yeah, she has listened to a few. I've heard her listen to some. But then you went to a one of our friends' child's birthday parties the other day, and he said 3 people had mentioned about the podcast, which as far as I'm aware, only one of them out of them 3 listens to it. So I don't know what the other 2 run about. Unless they do listen to it though. But I mean, I suppose it's nice that they know that we do it, and which is quite nice. So and you never know, might be able to get a few of them on for our 24-hour podcast.
That's what I've suggested.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That would be good.
I think it'd be good. We need to have guests, otherwise we're really just going to start to flag for it.
Yeah.
So if anyone's also interested in getting involved, just drop us an email with ideas.
Yeah.
We're genuinely up for that.
Do you think it's possible for, like, have we got the technology to people to live join it?
Yeah.
We do?
Yeah.
Or you do, because I don't have a clue. Okay. So yeah, if anyone wants to join us from wherever you are listening from around the world, like if we're doing it 24 hours, there's going to be some point where everybody will be able to...
Yeah, we want people from Australia, America, all sorts to pop in.
To pop in and say hello.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you very much for listening, and we shall see you next week.
And remember, guys, if you ever find yourself Trevelling around, make sure to stop and by the Trevelyan.
See, how did you do that straight away? Because you'd warmed up for the past half hour, that's exactly.
Why. Right, see you around, guys.
See you later, bye-bye. Bye.